Hi. Hello?
Hi, Mitch. Good evening.
Hello? Yeah, hello, good evening. Miss Shirley.
Okay, so Mitch, this is Shirley from ESL 101. This interview will be recorded.
I see.
If you want to know more about our school, you can ask later after the interview, okay?
Okay.
All right, so Mitch, tell me about yourself.
Okay, my name is Michelle Fernandez Pepito, and I went to University of Western Mindanao and majored in Bachelor of Science in Nursing. And I really enjoy learning at the same time.
Mhm.
Then in my 6 years, I think. 6 years of teaching both offline and online. Okay. I had great patience and effort to teach kids, adults, teenagers of different levels and with different nationalities like French, Arabs, Koreans, Chinese, and Taiwanese as well. So, um, I believe, I think that I have acquired these qualities, and maybe because teaching is my passion. And if you would let me to teach in your company, I think I can be of great contribution.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all.
Why did you decide to apply in our school?
Well, I decided to apply because my last company was Matri English last 2016, 2014 to 2016, I think. Let me check. And because of some important and personal thing to do, I decided to resign, to quit my job. And now that I'm available, I decided to apply another home-based online teaching company.
Okay. So, well, I'm not saying that you will experience or, have that kind of issue again. Would that be another reason, or is that a possibility that you might leave the company if we hire you, if in case?
I think it's a case-to-case basis, but if that happens, again, if it's for greener pasture, Miss Shirley, so I think I would let the company know ahead of time.
Okay. Alrighty. Do you think you are an introvert or extrovert person?
Um, I think I can be both, I think.
Okay. Why?
Um, Maybe because in my profession as a nurse, in our profession, we need to be flexible, and I believe as I can apply this one to teaching profession, since we need to engage a lot of patients. We need to establish rapport, like establishing rapport to patients as well. So that's why I can apply this one. I can be both extrovert and
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay. Have you apply your profession before, being as a nurse?
Yes,
Okay.
I worked at some hospital before
Mm-hmm.
in Mindanao, in Zamboanga particularly.
Mm-hmm. So
But
mhm. I'm
yeah,
sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, just go on. Yeah, yeah, it's okay, Miss Shirley.
So, well, I'm just thinking because you said for greener pasture, and well, you have a promising career also, or
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe
So,
because I'm planning to moving other countries, but not for now. It's quite complicated, and
mhm,
I found teaching as my craft
okay.
since I've been teaching for 6 years.
But of course, that plan of going to other country is still there.
Yeah, but maybe not working there as a nurse. Yeah, I think so. So maybe I don't know yet, but I will not stop, and I still keep on doing the teaching
Mm-hmm.
job because it's more convenient and it's just online. So anywhere
Okay.
you go, yeah, it's more on convenience.
Okay. So how long have you been teaching? You mentioned 6 years earlier.
Yes, yeah, 6 years, and 6 years including the dialogue editing stuff. So while I'm doing the teaching online, I also do the managing job and administrative
Mm-hmm.
job. At the same time, I'm also doing the books, editing the books. So I'm more on online job. I love online job, really.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more convenient, Miss Shirley.
Exactly.
So, and I want to do this one as a business in the future, hopefully. Okay, so
Okay. All right. What is your best asset as a teacher?
best asset. Well, uh, as what I applied and based on my experiences, and on all levels, especially first day of classes, what I establish is the rapport first
Mm-hmm.
because even though I exaggerated a lot with my lessons.
Mm-hmm.
If I cannot get the student's attention, then I think it's useless. So I need to establish my rapport. I need to be friendly.
Mm-hmm.
I need to let the student open his or her mind first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I need to assessment. I need to assess student first day of class first,
Mm-hmm.
and then know his or her weaknesses.
Okay. All right. So since you mentioned that you need to assess your student first, so how do you measure or how do you assess your students' learning level?
So I think there are different types, like in listening skills. I want to assess that in speaking skills at the same time, because there are some like in Korean students, most of the Korean students, I noticed that some are good in answering writing tasks,
Mm-hmm.
but but when it comes to reading comprehension, okay, or understanding what he or she reads, they are a little bit slow to that.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe in assessing student, I need to listen first, and then I need to do some motivational activities. I always do that one in my class. So it depends on the company's protocol or materials because I had a lot of materials, but of course I need to follow your company's protocol.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mhm.
So what is the most level that you handle?
I think most are intermediate and advanced
Uh-huh.
doctors, nurses, and yeah, dental hygienists, more on medical students and kids from age 5. I
Mm,
handle
okay.
age 5.
So,
5
mhm.
is, yeah. Yeah, yeah, go on, Miss Shirley.
So when you're teaching, do you have a video call or just a voice call?
Before with the kids, I need to have a video call because
Mm-hmm.
teaching kids is not easy. You need to be lively.
Right?
You need to use your gestures, body languages,
Mm-hmm.
and but for adults, I have the audio.
Mm, okay.
Yeah, audio classes.
Yeah, because for our school, it's just audio or just voice call.
Oh, that's great.
So, yeah.
But I think Miss from Asia, I think I can expect young students and from 60, right? 60 years old.
For our school,
Yes.
well, most of our students are actually working professionals,
Okay, okay.
and
That's
most
good.
of them are actually Taiwanese. So, their ages are, I'm not sure if that's 20 years old and onwards or above.
Okay.
Yeah. So, there. So, what is the most important characteristic a teacher should possess? Aside from you
Uh,
mentioned you have the passion, right?
I think as a teacher, and I think you will also agree with me, it requires great patience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of all of my experiences, I this is one of my weapons. Okay, so even though how slow your student is, you need to impart your knowledge, not according to his level, but I think you need to level down with the student at the same time. But
Mm-hmm.
you don't let the student manipulate you. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's the important thing in ESL, I think. And you need to facilitate, to guide. But I don't spoon feed the student. I want him to her to learn as well. So I think it requires great patience and effort. Those are the two very important characteristics and keys, I think.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How do you deal with students who has behavior problems in class?
Actually, I've encountered a lot of that, and I
Okay.
think most of the Asian students, not just Koreans, or not to be specific, they are picky sometimes in terms, especially for teachers.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
so they can really feel if you're a new teacher or an expert teacher.
Uh-huh.
So I think in dealing with behavior problems, I need to reprimand first. Okay, but I need to set some rules in the first day of class first, so that the student will know what are the do's and don'ts in the class,
Mm-hmm.
and we need to work together. Student and teacher relationship, that's very important.
Next, what do you do when a student doesn't understand the lesson? How do you
Okay.
deal with students with learning difficulties?
What do I do if the student doesn't understand
Yeah.
the lesson?
Yep.
Or I think I need to going back with the assessment first.
Mm-hmm.
So I really don't know what to give to the student or what to share to the student if I really don't know what his or her level. So in order for me to know what does the student needs, so I need to assess first. And if the student find it very difficult, if I really need to slow down a bit, especially sometimes I can really talk fast. So I used to tell my student to, okay, please just remind me, teacher, please slow down a bit. Okay, so I need to do that and
Mm-hmm.
repeat, and at the same time, uh, give instructions clearly.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How do you rate yourself in terms of using technology?
In using technology, okay, I'm not a techie person, okay, but when I started to work as an online teacher, I also uh, I realized that I I can do more. Okay, I can do more. So maybe I can rate myself 8.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. What contribution can you give to our school?
Contribution. So most of my experiences, not to brag, but based on my experiences with my former bosses and managers, um, they said that I'm a very passionate teacher, and I give my best in everything I do. So, and I'm giving attention to every detail if you will be giving me some task. So I think that's the great contribution that I can give to your company.
Okay. All right. Give me a reason why we should hire you.
Hmm. A reason to hire me. First, I think as a teacher, based on my experiences, I taught them by heart. And learning English, I think it's not only about grammars or making better sentences, but it is also about chances to speak up. So in my classes, I can guarantee you that my student can really improve. Okay, from the moment or from the first day that he enrolled in my class, there will there will be really a great differences, okay, from that. So I think that's all.
Okay, sounds good. So, we'll go ahead and schedule you for demo teaching, teacher Mitch. So, I'll let you know when will be the schedule. But are you available, let's say, next week? That's gonna be Monday to Friday around 6 to 7 p.m.
6 to 7 p.m. Okay, miss. So how long will be the demo class?
Well,
Is it
that's just gonna be 20 to 30 minutes.
okay, 20 to 30 minutes?
So I'll go ahead and once we have specific schedule for your demo, I'll go ahead and send you if we need to provide you for certain material or you need to prepare for your own material.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So I can also prepare my own material, but it's okay also if you will be the one to provide.
Yeah. Well, normally we just present a certain book. And then,
Okay.
yeah, so how are you going to teach, let's say, particular essay to, how are you going to teach this to your students, something like that?
Okay. So can I use my? I have some magic board that we can use both. Like I'll be doing the demo together with you, right, Miss Shirley?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not going to be me. It's going to be Miss
Ah,
Michelle.
okay. Okay. So Miss Michelle, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So in my way, I have when I teach my student, I use some application. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be sending a link, and then upon clicking that link, then the student can see the board. We can use that one together, so
Mm-hmm.
that's why the student can really appreciate it. And I think I can also share this one to other teachers as well.
Okay. Well,
But I think, yeah, it's common. It's a common app.
yeah. Well, the one that we're using it's just Google, so or
Okay.
Gmail. So we can just once we share our book to our student, they can already see.
I see.
You're seeing the same book, and of course your
Uh-huh.
student will definitely see what part are you in that in that book. So there. Um.
Okay, I think that's good.
Mhm. So, yeah, I'll just go ahead and let you know when will be specific because we have a lot of, several demos
Yeah.
to finish
Okay.
and there. You're just available on Skype anytime.
Hmm.
So which
Okay.
one is best for you? Email or Skype?
I think email.
Email. Okay, no worries. Okay, so do you have any questions?
Uh, Not so far.
Okay. Are you sure? Okay,
Oh, by
well,
the way, wait, miss. By the way, wait. Okay, before anything else, but can I ask for the rate
sure.
now? Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay. But what are, on your experience, what is the common rate that you had before?
Before Miss, I've been teaching IELTS TOEIC before, so it's a different rate because it's a special class. But for kids, I had wait that I have 200 per hour.
For students?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And any
For
other bonuses or
well, yeah, Christmas bonus we have.
aside from the 200 passes per hour, what else? Like attendance?
Yeah, attendance, yes, attendance bonus like that.
Mm.
Attendance incentives, and yes, that's all. And for holidays, we are paid for holidays.
Do you follow
Korean.
Korean's holiday?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is our rate. What if you've learned about our rate, you might turn your back? No, I'm just kidding.
It's okay. You can discuss it.
Okay, so for our rate, it's actually 140 a
Okay.
peso. That's going to be
Mm-hmm.
55 minutes. But in
Okay.
addition, we do offer perfect attendance bonus. And
Okay.
if your students renew their contract, they'll definitely have an extra bonus for that. And if your students, let's say, refer another student, then you will have
Wow, that's
another
great.
bonus.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you, let's say, all of your students refer their friends or their relatives, then you know what? The referral
Okay.
bonus, that's actually 500
Wow. Okay.
pesos. And the good thing with our company is that we will have SSS, PhilHealth, and
Oh, okay.
Pag-ibig.
That's great. We don't have that one before.
Exactly. The that's our edge to all. I'm sorry, to all online schools. They never offer government
Yes.
benefits. So there. Okay, so those are just some of it. And oh yeah, we also have year end, or I should say
Oh,
mid-year
okay.
bonus and year end bonus also.
But by the way, Miss, for the classes, some are for my kids before we had 25 minutes or 20, it depends, 50 minutes. How about in your company?
It's actually 55 minutes. Two,
Okay,
and
all
then,
students.
yes, all students. And 5 minutes, it's a total of an hour. It's for you to fill up class records or the information about your students there after you had your class. So,
Okay.
mhm.
So I think that's all for now.
Okay. Alrighty. So we'll definitely send you an email for your demo, okay?
Okay, sure.
Alrighty, thank you,
Thank you so
Michelle, our teacher Mitch.
much.
You're welcome.
Yes, have a great evening, Miss
You too.
Shirley. Thank you.
Bye now.
Bye.